The next thing you need to figure out for someone would be their level of pace, confidence, and assertiveness. Now, the giveaway here, and what's really beautiful about this, if you can watch someone's pace and how confident they're coming across, this will tell you what's motivating them on the inside. You'll not only get their style, but you'll figure out what's motivating them and what they most fear. Some people are more direct than indirect. Direct people are very fast-paced, confident, take charge. What's going on inside, they're motivated by a need to win, achieve, move something forward, influence people, persuade. So they come across as very assertive and confident and extroverted. They're in a hurry for everything. Some people are not driven by those things. Indirect people, on the other hand, are more driven by a need for stability, security, precision, correctness, to get something exactly right or to not be wrong. Everything about them has a slower pace. They talk slower. They talk quieter. They make decisions slower. They come across as more cooperative. They ask more than they tell. They listen more than they talk. They come across as a little more introverted, a little more calm. Not direct people. They come across as competitive, impatient. They don't play games for funsies. These are the people that go to a putt-putt course and they've got the scorecard. And they want to know how they're doing. If their ball winds up against the rail, they move it out one club head and they're looking at yours. Come on, that's all you get. That's all you get. Okay, I'm going to keep scoring this. Direct people walk fast, talk fast, eat fast, drive fast. If you're in the freeway in a 55 zone in the left lane going 67 and someone's right on your tail, flashing the lights, look up in your mirror, and if they're flipping you off, it's a director. If they're yakking on a cell phone, it's a socializer, but either way, they are direct. They want you out of the way, they want to get ahead. Pace and assertiveness. When you meet a direct person, they shake your hand, it's a firm handshake, they look you right in the eye. They maintain eye contact. That's a giveaway. They're that confident. Indirect people, it's a little bit of softer handshake, and they'll drop eye contact. It's more intermittent. Now, is it pretty clear to you what a direct behavior looks like versus indirect behavior? You walk in a direct person's office, they tell more than they ask. They say, how you doing? Have a seat. Indirect person would say, how are you today? Would you care to have a seat? They'll ask more than they tell. How they make their statements is a giveaway. Direct people make emphatic statements. They go, come on, this is a fact. This is so. Everybody knows this. A lot of finger pointing, a lot of gesturing. Indirect people make qualified statements. They'll say, well, according to Consumer Reports, May 2004, I believe, according to my brother-in-law, who happens to be a NASA engineer, it is possible that it's so. The intonation in the voice, softer, quieter, calmer. Not direct people. Inflection, intonation. When they're talking, you know who's talking. How many of you can see yourself on one side of this scale pretty clearly? Let me see your hands. Excellent. How many of you would say you're more direct than indirect most times in most situations with most people? How many of you would be viewed by others as maybe more indirect, more cooperative, less competitive by other people? Congratulations. If you see yourselves as really direct, give yourselves a D. Kind of direct, give yourself a C. More indirect than direct by far, give yourself an A. A little bit more indirect than direct, a B. Now, before we go into the 4 styles, I need to ask you a very serious question. How many of you would think when it comes to being open and guarded, direct and indirect, you might behave differently with your family and friends than maybe you do at work? Is that possible? Good. We have a word for that. It's schizophrenic. There's going to be a special workshop for you right after this class. Actually, it's perfectly natural to change our behavior depending on the person we're with, our situation, our surroundings, or what's appropriate for that situation.